Hoi there everyone! This is FatesFanboy speaking and welcome back to Inazuma 11 GO Strikers. Episode 6, and with that we are almost out of the first story map. Up today is the match against the Dark Emperors, something which I didn't see coming, as you may have guessed from my reaction in the last episode. I was seriously convinced that we would face Raymond 2 next, instead of the Dark Emperors, and honestly, it's been a long while since I've played this game, so now I'm at a bit of a loss as to who actually is the final boss for this map. But I suppose we shall see in due course. First of all, we have a few more things to take care of. The usual stuff, the usual business. We have a character to recruit at the start of the episode. Up today is a tiny bit of Alias representation. We beat Alias in the last episode, got our first goal scored against us, a courtesy of Zine here, but Zine is not the one we will be recruiting. Rather, we have a different recommendation. We actually have one that was sent to me through direct messages instead of being left on a YouTube video. We have a request by Amino, one of my translators for the multi-language videos actually. She would like some more girl power on the team, and you know what? Fair enough, fair enough. I don't think we have too many girls. I think aside from Rosie and I suppose Jade as a manager, we don't actually have any girls on the team. But this recommendation by Yamino will bolster our feminine forces because we will be getting Bellatrix. We have just enough points to get her, fortunately. I said I would do some grinding, but alas, didn't get to it once more. But luckily we still have enough points for Bellatrix here, so she is going to join the team. Welcome aboard, and thank you Yamino for your recommendation. Now I've given the whole scouting conundrum a bit more of a think through, and I believe what I will do from this episode onward, or perhaps, well, I suppose I've already been doing so for a few episodes already, but I will be recruiting one character at the start of the episode, given I have enough points to do so, and I think with every match we will obtain enough points to scout at least one character. So I believe what I will do is, if there are enough recommendations of course, I will recruit a character after the match also. So that will amount to 2 recommendations fulfilled per episode, and I hope that will be enough to make this team diverse enough to still be interesting. Now, the match at hand. Bellatrix is a midfielder, so law of equal exchange, we have to take out a midfielder ourselves, and the only candidate, aside from Ryoma, is Arian, who is pretty decent as a player, I suppose, has access to a spirit, has access to a mix and match, because of course he's the MC, but it is what it is. Bellatrix is getting on the team. She is now the captain, as indicated by that star. I think I can change that somewhere, but honestly I'm not going to bother. Instead I'm going to place her somewhere, and it looks like we're going to have to switch up our formation a tiny bit. It looks like we might need to regress to 2 defenders instead of 3, but because we cannot possibly take out Rusty, Ator needs to sit this one out. And yeah, I need to scout out a different formation, it looks like. So let's see, which one has 2 defenders? Ooh, Superstar 5. Yes, that one's a very interesting one. Could actually be applicable to our team, judging from the composition we have here. We could do this one, 2-4-4. I think this might actually work, but I don't like how in the defense the flanks are just left unguarded. This one is decent. But then again, we don't have 3 defenders anymore. Well, we have Nathan, technically, but you all know how I feel about Nathan by now. See, I like the look of this one, also because it has the 3 forwards on top, but I don't know. We really need some recommendations for defenders, guys. Come on, there's gotta be some cool defenders out there, right? I think we might just try this one, and then, regrettably, we will have to move Nathan to the defense. I think this might actually be kind of decent. I don't like how our defense is lacking, because, let's be honest, Jim is not doing much as much as I like the guy. and Nathan is just plain useless. Rusty, of course, is carrying the entire team on his back. But I suppose for the time being, there is no use lamenting. We have a match to go to. We have to face the Dark Emperors, and we have to see if we can actually defeat them with this composition.
Hi.
Oh no, wait. Oh wait. Oh, Arian actually just got straight up replaced by Bellatrix. I never knew this. Well, Amino, here's your Bellatrix representation. There you go. Actually, when I watched back the footage of the last episode, I noticed I missed a question mark here, which is, of course, well, very detrimental in this case, because we got Aurelia, another manager, and I think she might give us some manuals. Well, she gave us something, I don't know what that means, but in any case, we have a new manager. I won't switch her out for Jade, or vice versa. You know what? I kind of dig Bellatrix's position here. I kind of dig how she looks in this scene. This works. But yeah, anyway, Dark Emperor's time. We're going to see what we can do. 2 shields penultimate match on this map. Okay, so here we are. We've set our team already, as per usual, so we don't really need to do anything here. Anything to discuss regarding the Dark Emperors? I think the Dark Emperors are going to be much more menacing than the other teams we faced so far, because the Dark Emperors actually have access to a lot of co-op moves, including the Keeper, who has dual smash, and then they have, I believe, triple boost, Revolution V, they have Shooting Star, they have Dark Phoenix, most notably, which is all very scary, especially considering King is a bit of a weak link in our team as it stands. With that D catch, he realistically isn't going to stop much. He might stop a stray kick with a Beast Fang, but I think that's about all of his usability depleted. So I hope we can win this game if we play our cards correctly, if we play them intelligently, and if we divide our resources efficiently. All of which I hope I can do. Nothing else for it but to just try. Now, I was experiencing a tiny bit of lag before, so I hope that has resolved itself by now. At the very least, we have Hoshino Shito playing, finally. The music I wanted to play under the Alias match, but I suppose this makes as much sense as it would for Alias, because I believe the Dark Emperors, well, they're part of Alias themselves, really, considering each player canonically carries a Alias crystal. A shard of it, at least. Steve, the goat. Alright, Steve, come through for us, please. You know what? We might just score. If Felt decides to use Shot Pocket, which he does. No, never mind. I think Rolling Kick is actually at a disadvantage against Shot Pocket, which is fine. Steve is going to be here to provide support for the forwards, as I've explained in our last episode, just to relieve the forwards, but still keep putting pressure on the opponent. Double Rocket versus Northern Impact. There we go, let's go. That's a very good start. That's a very good start. The Dark Emperors really aren't anything to scoff at, so we want to hold on to this lead for as long as we can, and that is very scary. That is very scary, because he will immediately go to Dark Phoenix, since that's the only kick he has. And that's a quick draw and a Shooting Star. Okay, that's fine, we managed to time them out. Bellatrix pulling through, but they have quite a tight defense. And let's see if Bellatrix can perform in her first game. Against Double Rocket, I doubt it, but might just... No, never mind. About what I expected, that is perfectly fine. We honestly just want to keep onto this lead and not get the ball stolen like that. This is fine though. There's no imminent threats yet. Never mind, that just changed. Okay, this is good. This is good. Soundtown coming in clutch once more because the Dark Emperors, well fired up. Oh my god, Nathan, no. I'm not playing great right now. Not playing the best I can. Okay, no, you're not. That's what I mean. There it is again. Tiny bit of lag. I think... I don't know what it is, because I updated Dolphin. I don't want to say it's the update, but before the update everything went smoothly, exactly the way I have it now, but... maybe... my computer just needs to get used to it. Oh, the better version of Jim. Well, slightly better. There we go. Taste of their own medicine. Of course, we have the better Jim. And we need to prove that conclusively. Okay, is Gazelle going for the second goal here? I sure hope so. That would put us at a great advantage. But they are using dual smash, so I have my doubts. Yeah. So, the problem with Felt and all of his moves is that they are all grass affinity. Oh, okay. You're going to use Flurry Dash, that is fine. What? Alright. This is fine because he doesn't have his power bar anymore. Rusty? No. You should have got that. But yeah, what I was going to say about Felt, all his moves have wood affinity, and Gazelle has Northern Impact, which is obviously wind affinity, so we are at an elemental disadvantage. So we might have to rely a bit more on Aphrodite in this match, if push comes to shove, which it hasn't just yet. For the time being, we are doing okay, actually. But no reason to celebrate just yet, because we are only in the first half. Now, where is Aphrodite, actually? That's a... yep, okay, that's a diabolical cut. That is exactly what I expected. And also exactly what I was saying earlier, that they have a pretty good defense, Rusty. Oh, that was... You're not going to tell me I didn't hit that. That was like 2 frames away. Oh, no one can block since we took out Ator, but I'm pretty sure we can just stop this. I could have gone for Beast Fang actually, with a full power bar, but I think this should be fine. Level 1 shot. Yeah, exactly. Got to have a bit of faith in our man king. He isn't entirely incapable of being goalkeeper. He's just a bit, you know, power cracked. That's the right term, I think. Now, I would like to meme and bring Rusty up to the front once more, but I don't think that's a prudent decision in this situation. Steveception? No. Okay, facing Shadow is actually fine. Gazelle cannot use Northern Impact anymore. He's out of TP, which is not great, admittedly. Okay, well, this is fine. This is a very meager advantage, but I think it should be just enough to edge out a victory. Obviously, we're not going for the 5-0 here, because we are already fighting an uphill battle as it stands. I mean, you've seen just the plethora of defensive moves they have, and dribble moves, and just Nathan storming in with a fully locked and loaded Dark Phoenix, which is definitely not something we want to risk having against us. This might be good if there's no one. Oh, well, of course there's always someone. We'll just have to let it rip. There's no choice. It's either let me rip or just risking a counter-offensive. He's actually going for double rocket, which might present an opening. Yes! Okay, excellent, excellent. Like I said, might have to rely a bit on Aphrodite here, but that is perfectly fine. He is our striker, our main striker for nothing. Not for nothing, I should say. Yeah, Aphrodite with his Wood Affinity, God knows, might actually be able to break through Feld's keeper moves more reliably than Gazelle can. This is literally all Nathan is good for, by the way. Just flurry dashing his way to victory, I suppose. Well, he might pass the ball to Steve, who doesn't have anything anymore. For the time being, we are still doing okay, though. I have to keep telling myself that to pump myself up, I suppose. Oh, Rosie! Yes! Oh, just murdering Nathan. Perfect. We can't really do much from this position. Might give it up to Aphrodite. Yeah, he'll catch it. There is a way to just score with those kinds of shots, non-special shots, but I have to confess I don't really know how it works. I've had it used against me a few times, but never... Oh, you're really going to try this? Yes! Steve, let's go! Yattaze! Oh, this guy. Everyone underestimates him. Jack of all trades, master of none, they say. And yet, he scores twice in 2 matches. Oh, and now bigger Steve wants a piece. He's not going to get the chance. And suddenly things are looking up. They're actually looking good. And Feld is being more wary. Actually going for the stronger moves now. Which is fair enough. Gazelle is out of juice. He is definitely out of it all. And that was an excellent interception. He was about to pass to Nathan, which would have been catastrophic, and that was an even better pass. This is almost guaranteed a goal. Then again, that's also what I said against Drill Smasher, just regular Drill Smasher in the last game. I think from this range, with Aphrodite... Never mind. I am mistaken. I am sorely overestimating Aphrodite, apparently. And Kevin is opting for a... No, Rusty, no! No, my boy! Why did you murder him like that? Okay, that much was obvious. Actually, is it time for Rusty? I think it's... Oh my god, okay. Fired up jumps... Oh no, Sam, please have mercy. Okay, double grenade. That's not as bad as it could have been. Because I think he can trigger... Ah, this might still be dangerous. King, please don't let me down. Ah, excellent. Showing off exactly why he is the king of the keepers. But we still need to be wary because this might just happen. A level 3 defensive move, not really much you can do against that, except of course take it back. With your level 1 defensive move. Perfectly balanced. And now Rusty is fully open. He just needs to not get memed on by anyone. Being very... What do you mean?! Well, that's just not fair. I'd like to say... No. If Nathan gets a shot off, that's just going to be it. That's going to be... Well, we're up 3-0. But still, that's going to be a point to them. Almost guaranteed. Was that Soundtown beatboxing in the background? Excellent. Excellent implementation. Gazelle, actually? Maybe? Never mind. 30 TP, that's not going to do us anything. Let's just give it up to Aphrodite, who does nothing. Do it again, and that's offside. That is offside. I may not know the rules of football too well, but that is definitely offside. You know what? I didn't think it, but Flame Dance is actually coming in quite handy. He triggers it quite quickly. I don't know if that's just a thing he has, or if that's... I'm not going to finish my sentence because I'm going to shoot the Bellatrix instead. But yeah, I really didn't know that just if you take out Arian, he just gets completely replaced on the map screen. That's kind of funny, I suppose. I might have to consider putting in someone else. I might have to consider putting in Rusty, actually. But Bellatrix, for the time being, will work just fine. Shadow also has a shot, which is another very menacing thing about this team. Even the defenders have shots at times. I suppose we do have Rusty to match, but a Dark Tornado +1 isn't exactly comparable to a Head Bazooka. Angry Steve. I'm going to play it safe. He probably would have stopped it with just a regular power shield, but it's so close to the end of the game, I don't want to pull any punches. See, it's literally just about to finish the match. Oh, don't. Okay, that's good. Do we pull off one last Echo Ball? We might as well. Try as much as you will, you're not going to steal it with just a regular quick draw. An excellent finisher to this game, I reckon. And I tried to pass, but it didn't come out. But there we go. The match is over. We did win 3-0, which is a very satisfactory result in this case. I really expected more from the Dark Emperors, but I think we played very solid. We played very safe, especially near the end. We didn't pull any interesting maneuvers, like getting Rusty up to the front. I did want to try, of course. It always needs to happen at least once. But for now, I'm content with just having beat the Dark Emperors. That's a big hurdle out of the way. And let's see what we get as a reward. 420 points. That is very much enough to recruit another character. But I think for now, there's nothing to check out here, so we shall see who the actual final boss is, or if I just misremember and final bosses aren't a thing in this game. Like, I'm really just at a loss as to who this could be. I mean, my best guess is this is Rayman 2, and they actually just switched the two teams. But, well, the menacing music stopped, so I don't really know what to expect. It looks like we cannot yet get that last secret player down there. So all that's left for us to do is to check out who our next opponent will be. Okay, so right, this is Rayman 2. They did switch up the teams. They did put Rayman 2 after the Dark Emperors, which is to an extent understandable, I suppose. I think the order was switched up in the first Strikers game, but oh well, I can work with both. A bit underwhelming for a final boss, maybe. I don't exactly think that Rayman 2 is as strong as the Dark Emperors, but that is something for another time. For now, we don't have to worry about that. We're just going to head back to the club room, do the final wrap-up. You know the drill by now. I have noticed that I'm stockpiling manuals a tiny bit. I believe these are control manuals. Yes, these are guard manuals, and these are body manuals. Yes, I need to remember the body stat by this point. I don't think we're going to expand any of them right now, because our team, of course, isn't complete yet, isn't definite yet, but in due course we might use some of these manuals to give our players an extra boost. But before we do, one more scout, as per my new division. And I think, considering the issue I brought up now that our defense is a tiny bit lacking, I want to bring in another defender. And actually, there has been a recommendation for a defender who is also from Alias, well, technically from Chaos. But Yoshi124 wanted Icer on the team, and I actually think that, considering our current conundrum, a level 2 defensive move isn't actually too bad to have on the team. Still not able to block, but I think that shouldn't be too detrimental. It might be in due course, but for the time being, I think I would be very much content to have Icer on the team to have an additional defender to work with. So, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Welcome aboard, Icer. Wait, excuse me? You're a midfielder? Okay, so now there's actually another problem, which is that we just don't have enough spaces to make everyone we've recruited so far play at the same time. So one of our guys is actually going to have to be benched. And I want to see if I can switch up Rusty with Bellatrix. Let's go! And now we have Rusty on the map screen. It's only fitting. It's only fitting. Ah, God, I'm so tempted to just take out Nathan, but he's had so little action. I kind of feel bad for the guy, and also for the one who requested him, Wigglytuff. So I'm going to hold off as of yet, and actually, what I would like you to do, let me know in the comments who you would want to see switched out for Icer. Because I'm not going to decide for you guys who you want to see, who you want to rather see. So on top of my usual request to leave your recommendations for characters to scout, I would like your input on who to put on the field for the next game. And I believe with that implicit repetition of my usual request, I think I can close off this episode with a much lighter heart. Now that we've actually just defeated the Dark Emperors, past a major hurdle on our road to greatness. I think with that in mind, I will thank you all for watching this episode once more. If you got to this point, thank you very much, as per usual, and I'm just going to throw it out there again. I'm going to batter you with this message. If you want to see another character, either from the selection we already have access to, or the selection we have yet to get, then please let me know in the comments. I read every comment before the next episode, and I try to fulfill almost all of them. Well, I try to fulfill all of them, but of course I am running a bit short on points, which I might remedy by grinding. But then again, I keep saying this, I keep not, adhering to my promise. So it's kind of a vicious cycle by this point. But at some point I will break that cycle. Anyway, enough rambling on. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode where we face Rayman 2. Goodbye!